So, would you do us a favor and actually introduce the concept of perfectly hidden depression for listeners?
I would be happy to. Um, it's sort of an interesting story, I think, to talk about how I even thought of it in the first place. Because perfectly hidden depression is not a term you're going to find anywhere else, unless people have read my stuff and are commenting on it. I was literally in my sunroom writing my weekly blog post back in 2014. And I thought about some of these people that I was talking about a few minutes ago that,
Hmm.
if when they walk in your office, they will deny being depressed. I mean, you'll ask the typical questions. But what I began to notice was that these people would tell me about hard things that had happened to them, even trauma that had happened to them. But the way they were telling me, how they told me, was distinctly different than someone who was coming in revealing depression. In fact, they were so constricted emotionally
Hmm.
that they would often smile as they were saying, yes, my parents were really abusive, and they'd kind of laugh. And what I began to realize in trying to treat these people is that their way of talking about trauma was in a very nonchalant, offhanded manner. And if I actually could turn the audio down and just watch the video, might look like they were telling me what they had for lunch. I mean, there was literally that kind of detachment from whatever they were saying. So that day in April of 2014, I thought, I think I'm going to write about these people because treating them is really different. And I just said, gosh, what am I going to call it? And I said, well, what about perfectly hidden depression? And I wrote the perfectly hidden depressed person, are you one? And it went viral. I had never had a post go viral before. And then I was writing for the Huffington Post at that point, and I put it on there forgetting that my email was at the bottom of the post. Well, I got hundreds of emails from people. I've
Hmm.
never heard about this. It's like you're in my head. Uh,
Hmm.
what is this? Where can I find out more information? So in the subsequent couple of years, I tried to think about what is this? I began researching perfectionism. Of course, I found Dr. Brene Brown's work, which is outstanding. I found the book by Terrence Real, I Don't Want to Talk About It, which was written in 1998 for actually male depression.
Hmm.
But I couldn't find anyone recent in the recent popular literature that linked perfectionism with depression. And yet I knew in my own experience as a therapist for well over, at this point, 25 years, that that did exist.